All right, I don't think there's anything left for us to do on this day, so we'll go ahead and end it and go on a steak dinner at Mo. There's no other place to eat, is there, at this place? I just realized that.
And so ends a week full of turmoil.
Are you happy it's over?
If only the Angels hadn't lost to the White Sox. That would have made it perfect.
Probably not asking how much you...
I guess you can't have it all, Frank.
Playing each other again tonight. Should I change the bet?
I don't fucking know. I don't care one bit about sports or gambling.
Sorry, Frank, but I really don't care about sports or gambling.
Meredith, no problem. I'll stop talking about it. Or I'll try at least. Have a great weekend, Meredith. Oh, wait, this was your last day. I totally forgot to tell you. We still haven't found someone else for the job. So I guess you can have it if you want.
Are you serious?
Of course. And it's a great job. You know what? Think about it and let me know Monday morning when you return your stuff. Gotta run now. Red Sox are playing the Yankees.
This is a hard decision to be made. Again, I don't know what the right answer is, right? The right obvious answer is she stays. But I just don't know if I believe that answer. I feel like the believable answer is the one we should choose.
Hi, Meredith. It's your dad again. How was your time in the mail delivery business?
Oh, hi, Dad. Well... I actually really loved it.
Awesome. Maybe you should just keep doing it. Worked out well for me.
Actually, it seems like they haven't filled the vacancy yet.
They haven't? Well, you know what I'd do. Oh, hold on, Meredith.
Let me guess. Mom wants to talk to me?
Hi, Meredith. Sorry to butt in, but you're thinking about staying in Providence Oaks?
Hi, Mom.
I wonder also if that has something to do with her dating life. Like, if she were to choose Robert, that would mean staying here with him and building that family out in this small country place, you know, as her as a postal worker, him as whatever he does as a lumberjack. Or you choose Angie, who already knows she's leaving this town. She wants something a little bit more happening and more future oriented, and they would go be a power couple. And I'm assuming she's from Seattle. I think it's Seattle. I can't remember for sure.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
What are you not sure about, dear? Are other people involved? You know, any interesting ones, perhaps?
Well, there are some interesting developments, yes.
Oh, there are? But are they really interesting enough to give up your entire career?
Right?
I really think you need to think long and hard.
Entire and good money.
Hold on.
5
I
years.
have a suspicion Dad wants to talk to me.
Meredith, I just wanted to say, you need to clean the lint filter on the dryer every once in a while. If you never do that, it could burn the house down.
No problem, Dad. I'll make sure to do that.
There was wisdom in that.
Thanks.
There was wisdom in that.
I suddenly worry about things like that in the middle of the night. And it's not about the dryer, of course. I want you to be safe. And I'm sure you'll be okay.
Oh, he was saying more of course you need to... In his head, she's already made up the decision to stay. That's why he's telling her you need to clean the lint trap in the house that if he thought she was leaving, she wouldn't have to worry about. But in his head, you're staying there for the rest of your life. Make sure you do this thing.
I'll tell the dryer that he's on your mind.
Thanks. And could you also pet him on his back every now and then? He likes that. Oh, I'm running out of coins. Gotta go. Bye.
Oh, he's at a payphone. Yikes, man. You keep forgetting the year. No, I don't. The year is very obvious, actually, in everything that about this game. It's got its tone down and it's sticking to it, and I appreciate that.
I'm a cheapskate for having dinner here. There aren't a lot of other restaurants around, and I'm pretty sure their food isn't better than Mo's.
Astoria has a few nice restaurants.
Don't worry about it, Robert. I love it here.
Thanks, Meredith. You're such a kind person.
Good evening, you two beautiful people. Ready to order?
Ladies first.
Hi, Maureen.
I'll have a salad, please. It's hard to pass up a GCT bone steak. Pancakes. I need pancakes. Come on now. We came here for steak.
It's hard to pass up a juicy T-bone steak.
Excellent choice, Meredith. What would you like to wash it down with?
A beer.
I think I'll have a...
A beer. We've been saying beer this entire beer.
Gotcha. Robert?
The usual for me, Maureen.
All right, Robert. T-bone steak and a beer. Doesn't get any more lumberjack than that. Be right
Save
back, folks.
orders.
Ashley, get the steaks out.
Maureen's the best. Did you hear about the open mic night she's organizing?
Yeah, she only told me about it a dozen times.
I wish I could go, especially since I heard that Jack's gonna do a thing.
Jack?
Who's
What's
Jack?
he gonna do?
I forgot who Jack is. Give a lecture about oh, he's the farmer.
Give a lecture about potatoes?
Believe it or not, he's a very good ballet dancer.
I don't believe it. I want to see it.
Yeah, right. And you're his stage manager.
No, he's into comedy. Would have loved to have heckled him. Oh well, this is a good week anyhow.
Must be nice that the apartments are off your mind for a while.
Alrighty, here are your beverages, folks. I'm afraid the food might take a little longer, as a certain kitchen helper thought the freezer was a good place for storing steaks.
Absolutely. Who doesn't want
I
to throw
really
a
should get one of
frozen
those
steak on the stove?
microwave ovens to defrost them.
You seem a little stressed. Is it the upcoming open mic?
Why should I be stressed about that? It's going to be lovely. And you better be there, Robert Harris.
Maureen, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I won't be able to make it.
I did not just hear you say that, young man. Oh, by the way, Meredith, I need to steal him for 2 minutes. He needs to check on some wiring for me.
Excuse me, Meredith. This is Maureen's jurisdiction. Have to obey the law.
I'm pretty sure I've made my decision on what we're going to
That
do.
tasted so good. Thanks, Maureen, for the fantastic blueberry pie.
She finally got blueberry
You're
pie.
welcome. It's my way of making up for stealing you away from Meredith. Ooh, I swear. She can give quite the stink eye if she wants, can't you, hon?
Oh boy, the world would be boring without her. Speaking of, are you gonna miss your daily delivery round?
It depends on who's on the round. I'm looking forward to going back to the big city.
Yes, I probably will.
Must be nice here compared to the big city.
Have you always lived in a small town?
Yeah, Providence Oaks is my second one. After my divorce, I had to move away from the first one. Everything and everyone reminded me of her.
And how are you now? Have you gotten over it?
But maybe I shouldn't bother you with the innermost feelings of a lumberjack.
That seems like a no.
Maybe not. I mean, if you don't want to.
Robert and Meredith, sorry to break up your conversation, but we're closing up early tonight. Gotta set up some stuff for the open mic night, and
They couldn't stay? Really, Maureen?
Any peeping eyes.
Oh, okay, Maureen. No problem.
Let me get the check for you, so I can leave you two to your lovely evening.
Can you put it on my tab, Maureen?
Anything for you, darling.
Do you mind if I pay? Or at least for half of it?
Meredith, after all your help, this is the least I can do. So, yes, I mind. Now let's get going before Maureen gets her broom out.
Y'all like best friends with Marine, and she wants to see you two together. I don't see why they don't. She doesn't let them stay.
What happened if you hadn't come here for your mail delivery vacation?
You're welcome, Robert. I was happy to help you out.
A little help goes a long way. We'll see you around again.
You too, Robert. Take care. Good luck with the apartments, and call me if you need help.
Yeah, it's an awkward just stare at each other. Sunday, September 14th. Morning. Dun dun dun. What's the final decision? What are we going to do? What are we going to say? What are we going to choose? I could have never predicted delivering mail for 2 weeks would be like this. I've met so many new people. Some of them are really nice. Only one of them was a dick. Some of them a little less so, but all of them interesting in their own way. My temporary mail job officially ends tomorrow. Regardless of the actual experience, a change of scenery always has its upsides. That probably also holds true for tonight's open mic at Moe's Diner. Falling to pieces.
Anyway, I love this town. You know I do. So, I'm dedicating my last jokes to specific people here tonight. The first one's for Maureen. A guy walks into a bar, and dozens of slabs of meat are hanging from the ceiling. So he asks the bartender, "What's up with the hanging meat up there, man?" So the bartender says, "You're new here. Well, we like to play a game here. If you can jump up and slap a steak, the house will pay for your drinks all night. However, if you miss, you have to pay everyone else's bar tab. So, want to give it a go?" "Nah," says the man. "Those stakes are too high."
Oh my gosh.
For our own newcomer, Meredith
Okay.
Weiss.
All right.
A woman's driving down the freeway, but all of a sudden, she hears a local news bulletin warning drivers on the very freeway she's on. They're saying, "Please be advised of this very dangerous situation of a car going the wrong way." So the woman says to herself, "One car? Why, there's dozens."
Well, folks.
That one went over my head, but okay. That seemed-
Special.
that was
Now,
something.
Let me know if any of you have any jokes about Jack. You hear? It's an open mic after all. It's actually time for a little break right now. So come on up to the bar for some of our finest concessions. We'll continue shortly.
Mildred, how are you? And how are the cats?
Fine on both counts, dear. Thank you for asking. So, do you like the hair?
Love it. The hairdresser did a great job. Looking fine as always.
Looking fine as always.
Thank you, dear. Pity it's quite the waste of time and money, seeing as how I can't stay for long.
Really? What's the rush?
You see, my son decided to drop by, unannounced, and he's staying the whole weekend.
Oh, that's beautiful. We didn't have to do anything for that too. That just naturally happened. Again, we are not the hero of this story. Love that.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anyway, take care, dear. Now, where did he park the car?
Yes, it's me, Matt Kearney, in an egg brace. Real funny, huh?
Oh, hi, Matt. What happened?
Well, I was about to send the final boss to the afterlife, but then the computer crashed. I kicked my foot out in anger and fell from my chair, and now I'm here looking like a loser.
I'm sure you'll beat the game one day. Don't give up on the dream.
I can't play like this, but I'm going to work out a strategy in the meantime.
Guess who?
Jeffrey Beaumont?
Hey!
Aw, now I'm going to be a disappointment. It's just me.
Aw, that's a real bummer.
So, what have you missed?
Wait, that's not how her jokes go. Why did she just... Alright, that's terrible. Alright.
Not much. Jack just did
Man,
some
I
comedy,
can't with that was
but
funny.
The final act is supposed to be the real showstopper. At least that's what Maureen tells me.
Really? Well, then I guess I arrived
We know who it
just
is.
in time.
Somebody's about to kill it.
How have you been? To be honest, I expected to hear more from you than just a note.
I know, and I'm sorry. It's just, well, shutting down the store was a big...
Hey, Angie. Hey, Meredith. Sorry to pop in like this, but I just wanted to inform you I fixed everything on the RV. She's got a new radio, I replaced some wiring, adjusted windshield wiper speed. The sea turtle is ready to go.
Love that.
That's great, Lori. Thanks. I'm sure it's like she's brand new.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but you'll see. Gotta go later.
An RV, huh?
Oh, it's kind of a long story. You know Mickey and June?
The hiker couple, right?
Well, long story short, I've somehow gained possession of their vehicle of choice, which, as Miss Young just described, is a perfectly adequate RV that I'm gonna use to motor right out of this sad little town.
Huh.
So you're definitely leaving?
Absolutely. Come with me. I mean it. Leave this sad old town behind and go wherever we want to go. Free spirits, the way Mickey and June intended.
Well, you are a good kisser.
There's plenty more where that came from. But at some point, you've got to give me a definite answer. You get that, right?
Look alive, folks. It's time for the final act. It's a doozy.
Saved by the bell, babe. I got stuff to do anyway.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Dear people, none other than our own Kay Evans will perform next. She has been writing songs since she was a little girl, and I cannot say how thrilled I am to host her first performance of hopefully many to come. I am so proud of you, honey. Please put your hands together for Kay, everyone.
Drive on or go left, go right. Suddenly these choices make me smile. What if I just enjoy the ride? Life's a game of chance. For every break you get, you leave another one behind. Just as long as you keep trying, you will get there.
Oh, that's it. That was short. Oh, that was good. There was more of a message than a song, but yeah, I liked it.
This does not happen a lot, but you have left me speechless. That was Kay, people. Another round of applause.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't leave when Reynolds started his nonsense. This kid can sing.
Oh, hi, Mr. Mackey. Yeah, she's awesome.
Well, it's good to see someone flourish, but I'd rather be home right now.
Isn't it fun to step out every once in a while?
Smoking a pipe and reading a proper book is the only acceptable way to spend a Sunday evening in September.
Bert, thank you so much for coming. I know you'd rather be somewhere else right now.
That's okay, kid. I don't regret it one bit. You did great. But ladies, if you'll excuse me, I'm out of here.
Good night, Bert. Thanks again.
And now for an announcement. I'm serious, so hush now. Now, you all know that Kay has been working here at the diner for quite a while now. In fact, she was my anchor after Stan left us. And I think the time has come to formally announce right here that I will put your name above the door of this place, honey, where it belongs. Kay's place. Kay's. We haven't settled on a name yet, but there you go. Another round of applause. And have some drinks with us.
Oh, that's awesome. If that's what she wants.
How did it feel to be up there?
Oh, it was so great to be performing again. It felt amazing. I'm all over the place right now. It was such a rush. I will definitely be doing that again. If they let me, of course.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Em. It felt amazing. I was so super nervous, you know? Like, shaking and all that. I'm so glad it went well.
Kay's place, huh? Congratulations! That was quite a surprise.
Yeah, I told you. Mo asked me like a gazillion times, right? Kind of felt right this time. We haven't hashed out any details, as you might have noticed. But it feels good, you know?
That's great. I am so proud of you, Kay. You really have made a great life here.
Thanks, Em. I'd like to think so. Big day tomorrow, right? You know what you're going to do?
Honestly? Well...
Wait, I'm not good at this stuff, so I just want to say it was good to have you back these past weeks, Em. Really good. You just do what you feel you have to do. I'm just glad we reconnected. Promise you'll keep in touch, whatever the outcome, yeah?
Of course.
And remember, time marches on.
See you, Kay. Thanks. For everything.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
My lovely people, the time has come for the open mic part of the evening to end. Ashley was going to do a ventriloquist bit next, but I just heard he hurt his hand back in his cabin. Let me thank you again for joining us, and there's plenty of food and drink to go around.
Interesting.
I sure do hope they're keeping things proper in there while I'm taking a breather. So, you had fun?
It was great. Kay was amazing.
You said it. Oh, that girl is so talented. Oh, I'd give my big toe to be able to do what she does behind a keyboard. Oh, sheesh.
I'm still thinking about your news about handing over the diner. Kay's place, huh? That was quite the bombshell.
That's my style. I've mentioned it to Kay, yes, many times since Stan died. She probably thought I was joking half the time, honestly. I just want to give her the option. It's hers whenever she wants it. And if she doesn't, that's fine too.
Yeah, but how do you make a choice like that if you don't even know what your own situation will end up looking like?
Something on your mind, hon?
I don't know. I'm feeling a bit weird about tomorrow.
How did things end up with Kay? You could tell me to mind my own, of course. It's just that that girl is like a daughter to me.
We talked, yeah. We really reconnected. And I'm happy we did.
Listen, you're two grown women. And if that's the choice you two ended up on, I can only respect that. Speaking of choices, you've got a big day in the
response
morning,
didn't
don't
seem
you?
right.
Know what you're gonna do yet? Stick around? Move back?
I think I have a feeling. Yeah.
Then you go follow that feeling, hon.
Actually, I was lying. I don't know what I'm doing.
Thanks, Maureen.
I best get back inside. You take care now, Meredith Weiss.
Take care, Maureen.
That's crazy to me. Crazy. Some of those responses didn't make sense. And one of the things I was going to say about this game is that the dialogue feels so natural. Like, even though the mouths move weird, the voices and the dialogue are really great. So hats off to everyone who wrote the script, but also hats off to the voice actors.
Participating in our annual photography contest. Your wonderful picture did not win the grand prize, but you are still a winner. The attached voucher gives you a 20% discount to our autumn course. Sign up today and never take a blurry picture again.
Of course.
David Gillespie, Photography for Beginners, Inc.
Good morning, Meredith.
Let's throw that one away.
I won't believe the weekend I had. Saturday, I placed a bet on the Angels and won. But they played again yesterday, and I let it ride, and then they lost. They're playing again tonight, and now I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, Frank, the pattern is obvious.
You're a gambling addict beyond salvation, so the Angels will win this time. And betting against the pattern pays off. White Sox. I wasn't paying attention well enough to tell him the answer. What did he say? He said he won once, then he bet the next day and he lost. So I don't freaking know.
You're a gambling addict beyond salvation.
Meredith, I guess you're right, and I guess I don't mind. Speaking of gambling, I bet you're taking the job, and that's not just because you're wearing your coat.
I love the coat, Frank. But no, I'm taking it off. I'm leaving Providence Oaks again.
Oh, that's not what I was hoping to hear, Meredith. But I understand. What are you gonna do?
What are we going to do? So you already know that in my mind, it made sense for her not to take the job. The job is super monotonous, and although it's a great if you're in your retirement stage of life, I can't see Meredith and her mind and her talents wanting to stay in the city just delivering mail. But then you have the question of, does she go back to her home and her job and her life in the big city and take this partnership and run this company and make herself a millionaire? Or does she follow the love of her life in this moment and see where that takes her? Now, that's a good question. And I have an answer. And the only reason I have that answer is because of something that happened in the beginning of the game. And the thing that happened is they made her work on a holiday party and she looked done. She looked burnt out. She looked like she needed a vacation, which I think is part of the reason that she came here, was for a refresher and a kind of like a course reset to put her on the right path. I think it's, for her, the right option.
Well, actually, I'm,
A van? So you're staying in the delivery business? No, wait. That's an RV.
Yep, I'm getting on it, and I'm not sure where I'll stop. So, I guess this is goodbye. I'm gonna miss you, Frank. Thanks for everything. Try to stay out of trouble, okay?
Don't worry, Meredith. I'll be fine. Thanks for everything. Take care and drive safe.
And the V-belt is not in great shape, but it should last you another month or 3. The sea turtle in all of her glory. Do you like her? Meredith and I named her.
She's pretty amazing, Lori. Cute name, too. Thanks for doing this for me.
You're very welcome.
I thought you really wanted to have the RV, Lori.
I wanted to work on her really badly. But now that she doesn't need any more work, Angie can at least drive her around. Since I don't have a license, and I'm not old enough to get one anyway.
You should be.
I'll keep you up to date on all our adventures, promise. It'll be like you're right there with us.
I'm counting on it. Hey, Meredith?
Whoa.
I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you too, Lori. It was really fun watching that movie and working on the RV with you.
Me too. Besides, you'll be back sometime, right?
Not likely, but I'll call you again, yeah?
Of course. I have to check on my favorite engineer.
You mean me? Ha! I'd love that. Safe travels, Meredith.
Thank you, Lori. See you around.
Magnificent, isn't she?
Yeah, she certainly knows a lot about cars for a kid her age.
I meant the RV. But sure, Lori's great too.
So, you all packed?
Sure am. The big stuff's in storage. But I've got the bare necessities. Clothes, toiletries, and a whole bunch of videotapes. So, where are we going first?
Yeah, about that.
One condition, I get to pick the movie first. I've grown quite fond of you. Are you absolutely sure? The grown quite fond of you feels like too quick, doesn't it? I feel like
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes! God, yes. 1,000 times yes. I'm in the driver's seat, by the way. I've heard about your driving.
It is pretty bad.
What have you heard? From who?
People talk.
When advertising exec David Howard, parentheses Albert Brooks, is passed over for a promotion and subsequently fired, he decides to change his whole life. He convinces his wife Linda, parentheses Monica Johnson, to sell their house and roam the country Easy Rider style in a Winnebago. Okay, forget this one. That's just not going to be relatable at all.
Nope. We've got nothing in common with those guys. I have another flick where a bunch of academics set up a ghost hunting business in an old fire station. That should be way more accessible.
Angie Eastman, have you seen every single tape in here?
Not all of them, but most.
Come on.
But I don't mind watching them again. In fact, I'd love to see them with someone who
knows nothing about movies.
I was going to put it a little nicer than that. Someone who has unspoilt virgin eyes.
Virgin eyes? What are you, a poet now? All right, well, Lost in America will unspool before these virgin eyes soon enough. Tell me about Stand By Me. It's about 4 kids from Oregon, right?
Great movie.
Sorry for butting in, folks, but I've got a special treat for y'all. I just updated my playlist. This new song is from our very own Kay Evans.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so here we are on the Steam page for Lake, and as you can see, it's got very positive reviews, very, very, very positive reviews, and I don't think my review will be changing anything differently because I think it is a very good game. I think it is a... just like the Cat Lady that we recently finished, a game that is more focused on telling a story than actual gameplay, because the actual gameplay of delivering packages every day is... it's so monotonous. It's extremely boring. And they try to break it up, you know, here and there by like inserting like little words that Meredith says, like this package is a little bit heavier, this package is a little bit lighter, or I forget what the other quote she says, but like little things like that. But after doing it day in and day out, man, that got very monotonous, and I'm so glad that they kind of saw that and like gave us the ability to just auto drive to these places so that you can focus on what's actually important in this game, which is the scenery, the environment, and just the feeling of being in like small town America and reconnecting with like what's important in life. And that's what I thought this game did really well, was made you feel for Meredith and her circumstances. It made the town feel not 100% real. Like there was some stiffness to the world, and I think part of that is because of like the jankiness of some moments. Also, like I think sometimes dialogue choices didn't really match up to what the next person says, so that would take you out of the moments, and I think it did it too many times to make me 100% believe in the world. But 80 to 95% of this is like, you're just like, you could totally see this being hell a Hallmark movie, or just some kind of like, you know, very inspirational coming to terms type movie. You know what I'm saying? Like its message is very clear, its tone is very clear, and the world feels clear enough. I really, again, I can't say enough to like the voice actors. I thought they were incredible, because like every character felt different and alive. Nobody felt like you were listening to the same person talk. That just really sells a world like so much when you're not hearing one person and then going hearing another person. You're like, oh, that has like the same tone or like same pattern of like speech as that other person we just talked to. The grocery store owner sounds a lot like the post office worker. I also really love the fact that, again, we said it 100 times, she's not the hero of this story. She's just living her own life that happens to intersect with all these other people's lives. So you don't get 100% of the story, and part of that may also just be on me being crap at like getting people to reveal their secrets, or it was intentional to tell us like, hey, this isn't a game where you're going out to save the world. This is a game where you're going out to find out what it is you want in life. And I love that. I love everything about that, which is why we chose the choice, or I chose the choice for us that we chose, of her going to leave with the with Angie. Because although like some of the dialogue choices were her saying like, oh, I'm in love with you, like, oh, like I'm really strongly feeling something towards you, and I thought that was a little bit overbearing because we didn't have that much interaction time with Angie, especially in a romantic capacity. You do feel like the two characters share something. There is something more kinetic between them than when she's talking to Robert. Like Robert, it felt forced. It kind of felt like this is the ending you're supposed to want. You're supposed to want the lumberjack guy, the small town life, being a postal worker, staying in this town with your best friend. But the ending that just felt more real to me was, let's get on this freaking RV and just see where the world takes us. And it may not work out between them. In fact, it most definitely probably won't work out between those two. You hope it does, but it may not work. I mean, they barely know each other, and they're going cross-country in an RV. You're going to be stuck in this place with this one person that you don't know that well for a long time. So it may not work out like they want it to work out. But that's okay, because I think the door is still open for her, of course, to go back to her company and life in Seattle and reclaim all that is probably going to be huge, because it's 1986 and computers are just beginning to boom, and she's at the forefront of this industry that's probably going to be massively huge. So I'm sure that opportunity's still waiting for her, because it sounds like her boss recognizes how important she is. So I'm sure she's still got a very bright future. I just felt like that was a lot more real, and the message is much stronger than the traditional message of, oh, return to your roots and stay there. Realize that what you had in the beginning is still good for you now. And I don't think that's 100% true, especially for someone in her circumstances and how slow paced this town is. It is beautiful. It is nice to reconnect with, but I feel like there is something to say, recognizing and resetting what it is in your life, but then also moving forward to go and capture it, and realizing that, you know, when you grow up, there's nostalgia, things that you look back on and that you miss and that you enjoy, but that doesn't necessarily mean like they're good, that they're the things that you should hold on to forever, or the things that can be held on to forever. You cherish those memories, but then you move forward and create new memories. And I think that's what's so special about like Meredith and Kay's relationship, because you can see that they had something special, a bond between them as kids, where, you know, they hung out all the time and they shared these great adventures together. And then there's a period where they separate, where they go on their own paths, which is sad, but then they reconnect and they rediscover each other in this new adult light. And although that bond is maybe not as strong as it was when they were kids, it's new, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same, it's different. And that doesn't mean they now need to like, oh, we need to be best friends again, because that's growing up. You're not going to be hanging out with the same people you were hanging out with kids every day. Like you both still have to live your own lives, your own paths. And I think that message hits so strong and is so enjoyable to take away from Lake. So I really enjoyed Lake, for the voice acting, for the script, for the scenery. Even though it's not like the highest fidelity thing out there in the world, it still has its own art and style that's beautiful to look at and fun. Even though it has some weird janky moments where characters' mouths aren't moving, or people jump around weird, or dialogue choices don't make sense, it's still such a beautiful world to explore, and I really love it. And I think it'd be fun to just load up and just drive around. Not too long, because it does get old and monotonous, especially driving around that very slow ass post office truck, and she walks super slow, which can be mad annoying. It's still a beautiful place to kind of live in and enjoy. And I think what also would be cool is maybe if there's more secrets to this game. Again, I'm of the belief that she's just not the hero of the story, and that's why we didn't get 100 definitive answers on like Frank's background in this underground gambling ring, along with the cat lady, along with Jack, or is it Ashley? Yeah, Jack the farmer. I wish I would have done more with him. I wish I would have suggested that we could have done something with the music, because maybe we could have got some music in there. But the stories we saw with Lori and Kay and Angie and Maureen, and just, I love it. Loved it. I'd love to see this turned into, if we can find another show, if we can find a show that captures this and makes you want to tune in every day to just watch this woman kind of reconnect with her life, but then eventually end up leaving, I'd love to see that. So nothing but thumbs up over here from me, from Lake. I've rambled enough. I want to thank you all so much for watching this episode of Narrative Gaming. We are on a roll right now when it comes to completing games, and I can't wait to see what we have up next. Yeah, I don't know, so I can't even pretend like I know. But thank you again for joining me for this episode of Narrative Gaming, and make sure you check out some of the other gameplays that we have. There's some really good game suggestions on the channel. Until the next adventure, deuces!
Driving along the highway, headlights light up the signs, thinking of what might have been. Radio keeps track of time. I pulled up to a crossroads. I could drive on or go left, go right. Suddenly these choices make me smile. What if I just enjoy the ride? and oh, so many places left to go. Life's a game of chance. For every break you get, you'll leave another one behind. Just as long as you keep trying, you will get there. There's always more we could have done. There's always less that could have gone on. But in the end, I know I belong. Life's a game of chance.